everybody, welcome to Mick the Man Plays. We're doing Slay the Princess again. I'm going to do some dialogue options, and it's going to unlock different parts of the story. And you're going to watch them, because you have no power in your life. Yeah. We're waiting for it to load. We're waiting for it to load. We're waiting for it to goad you into keep watching this live stream. Please watch this live stream. It is a live dream for you. Have some stew or not. Smoke some pot. Drink some beer. Lick an ear. Stab your co-worker Rhonda. She likes it. Yeah. Random song of the night. Yeah, Black Sabbath Games.
That's the spirit.
Sweet, I've always wanted that. Blah, blah,
You make your
blah,
way up
spirit.
the short path to the cabin. You'll find the prince. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. You'll find the prince. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. The interior of the cab, the blade. You take the blade. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive... Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
There you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just
Haven't
talk?
decided yet.
The knife, and the two of us just talk.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
It's darker.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Don't jump to any weird
Relationship? You
conclusions.
coming on to
We're
me?
two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
By definition, we have a relationship.
There's people out there who
Don't
think
just
you're going to
tell
end
her
the world.
that.
What do you have to say to that?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone.
Is
I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous? Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one
Something you
person
tell
to
me.
do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less. She hesitates before answering.
Lord, what's your name?
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Too long.
How long have you been down here?
You can't. Don't bother.
How would I get you out of
I'm
here?
guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Okay, we've got to know.
You know why you're here. Oh, you have to be
Getting you
kidding.
out of here. Examine the chains.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key,
That
do
would
you
be
have any
fine. I
ideas
can lose an
besides
arm.
me cutting you out of there?
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive. Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals.
Okay, no.
The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of it, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
You have already committed to my completion.
Turn around and leave.
You cannot go further astray.
Oh,
You cannot go further astray.
hello.
A warning. She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against... But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back. I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? What if she... I don't know... turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you. Normally, yeah, but not about this.
Hey, don't I get to say
Call it a
here was the big
reflex.
idea?
We take the knife as we go. Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it. No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me? Yes, your intentions.
What do you mean?
You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading? You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her. Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests. Are we acknowledging
Am I the only
that?
one who remembers
I
that?
thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
First you make a comment about having been here before, and now this. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming. Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them. And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows? It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
How am I supposed to cut you out? If you didn't
No.
notice, your head is in
Like
a
I
sharp
trust you to
tube.
come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't. Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none. The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
I don't know,
Another
but
chin
you
on
could
the
always
wall.
try it
Who's
on.
it for?
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world. I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What is that supposed to mean?
It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Excuse me?
Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Yep.
So we're both stuck here.
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen.
What should we do?
Maybe not.
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
No.
Did you know this is going to happen to me?
No.
Nope.
That's
Not like
rude.
small talk, are you?
Nope.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
I don't like small talk.
Hey, have you noticed the
Remember?
basement changing?
I don't
Still
like
rude.
small talk. Remember?
Still rude.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, and watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happens to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly
there are no walls. Then... And? I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you.
She's gone.
It's time to leave.
Where did she go?
Checks.
Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Your voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach for it. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's next. Nothing. Find yourself in a long, quiet place again. Listen to me now. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you want to
I
tell
am
me?
not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me. Short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think.
There is a warmth and
least they're
sadness
supposed
in
to
me
be
at the
people.
thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think
We
that anything
are
is
real.
real out there? Do you think that
Nothing
we're
is
real?
an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist. This one is determined, but
You have
also
thoughts on this
cautious.
couple?
One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be. If I
You know what's
did,
going to
I
happen
would
when you
already be
awaken?
awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator?
No,
Have
their
the
thoughts are
vessels had
quiet.
one?
Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know
I
this
am
for
on
a
the
fact.
cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours. One.
How many
Whatever
more
you bring me
vessels do I need
next
to
will be
bring you?
enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
This
These
is the
gifts
last
are a
time.
conversation,
Anything you would like me to
and
bring
each
you?
one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
If this is the last stage
You've
of
already
the
tried
presentation,
waiting,
I'm not going back.
but I
I'm just
understand
gonna
if
stay
you need
here.
more time. I'll wait with you.
But I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
I will see you when you return.
Wait.
What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
And yeah, when you click the wait function, it turns off the game. I thought that was a glitch at first, but yeah. Oh, I wanted to get a drink and get a leak anyway, so be back in a second. Hawk Girl and Martian Manhunter dated once. Kinda came out of nowhere.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
You know we're going to fight when
We
this is
may
over.
fight,
You really want me to
and we
bring
may
you
not.
the last vessel?
But not all fights end in destruction, just as not all conversations end in peace. Even if you destroy me, It will have been worth it to finally know what I am, and to have had the chance to know you. The next time I see you,
Ready to go back.
each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
You're on a path in the woods.
Blah, blah, blah.
Here to slay.
Oh, okay.
Seriously?
Tell me what
You're
to
just
do.
going to turn around and leave?
Turn around and leave.
Do you even know where you're
Just
going?
to turn around and leave. Do you even know where you're going?
The only thing that matters is where I'm not
I
going.
suppose you just
Cabin. I'm not going
quietly
to the cabin.
continue down the path away from the cabin.
Suppose you just
Good.
quietly continue
What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Ignore that annoying voice. He doesn't know what he's talking
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Huh.
like this path.
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time,
Turn
aren't you?
around again.
It's
leave
remarkably
again.
selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Like, dies. Forever.
Good. Maybe everyone should die.
When I
That's what they
said
get for dumping me in the
everyone,
woods
I meant
and asking me to kill
everyone.
someone for
That's a
them.
pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best
But
interest.
fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
But fine. Turn around and trek back down the path.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
To bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again.
There's always
in fact,
a choice.
I'm going to just keep
Let me
trekking
tell you
through the
right
wilderness
now
until I
that
find
you're
a way out
making
of this
the
place.
wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
And here we go.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Glimpses of
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
those flickers.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
You're on a path in the woods,
Stranger.
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
In the woods.
And in the basement of that cabin
Is a cabin.
is a princess.
And in the basement
You're
of that
here to slay her.
is a princess.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Those walls weren't
What are
here
you
last time.
talking
You
about?
can't
I'm
just
sure
order
those
me
walls
to
have
go to
always
the
been
cabin.
there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know, I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
You have
I
already
can't order you from the
committed to my
cabin. I just stay
completion.
here in the woods forever.
You already committed to my completion.
Okay.
You know
Yep,
I can
okay,
tell when you're
heading to
lying,
the cabin
right?
now, or I'm definitely going to
Please
stay
take
that
this
princess.
seriously. I am begging you.
Please take this seriously. I am
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind. The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. It's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Second.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, and when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job. so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task. Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more. Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? You waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see. You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice. You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already. Haha! Yes! Do it!
Throw the blade out the window.
You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day. You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs. till there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry,
I've been watching you stare at me for a long, long time.
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. I don't think she likes us. Wouldn't you be skeptical of someone stumbling in here if you were her? We lost ourselves the second we stepped into this place. I don't know how long she's been here, but I can't imagine it would be easy for her to trust anyone. Those eyes, though, they're so sharp. It's just deception. Don't buy into it. You can do this.
It's okay. Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. It's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
There's more.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. The one he made us throw out the window. I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us. Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
You
Hell
can
yeah,
address
I
me
am.
as Your Royal Highness
What's your
or
name?
Her Majesty. Any honor if it should do, really. You can call me Princess if you'd like. Princess.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put
What,
back
like you need me to
together
hold your
again.
hand to tell you everything's
what happened to
okay?
me?
You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
For all I know,
Maybe it's
you're locked
because
up down
I'm
here for a
dangerous.
reason. You know why you're down here?
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse. Wait, that's not right. Go on.
Well, all three at once.
You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
It's going to be okay. You'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone.
She's gone.
Return.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
But it feels so
Gonna be
bad.
okay.
Like, looking
Just
into it right now
anyway,
is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing. Okay,
It's not the end.
If you
Whoever's
say
on the
so.
other side is going to be nice.
we'll trust you. You're not messing with us, right?
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them look. You need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just
I
beyond
think you
the
know
reflection.
what I am.
Explode. Oh, sweet Jesus. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. What are you? Well, let's see. What is it?
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far. Oh, I'm nothing like you.
What are you? Are you something like me?
I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you. You said something like that before.
Of course.
Has
That
every
is by
narrator
both
really
necessity
been different?
and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore. I do.
You have anything to say for
People out
yourself
there are
for all
real.
this hubris?
No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
After
Nobody
everything
alive
you've
has done
to this,
anything to you.
Anyone
I'm
deserves to
all gone.
live?
But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you. Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that
There's
you
so
can
many
see me.
questions.
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain.
Does it hurt when pieces
Not
of you break
physically.
off like that?
No, I'm not a part of
Are
you.
you a part of me, or are you
That's all a
something
matter of
else?
perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point, I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is? Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final request. The princess contains death itself within her, but I wove you into being with all the power you need to destroy her forever. Do it. Slay her, and rid the world of death and suffering.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Seems that every me you met did a real shit job of it, though.
I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo, and echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Final fragment of glass shatters. You see yourself in newfound clarity. You are long quiet, a vast face of light. It's finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. Straight. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so
Biblically accurate,
long,
princess.
and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue.
Every
Do you
word
know
you
about the
spoke
echo?
found its
Do you
way
hear
to
our
me.
conversation?
I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long
Names are their
quiet, but I
attempts
don't
to
really
capture
know what
that which
means.
cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories
Even
we've left
as your
unfinished.
eyes
We
begin
really
to
just leave.
open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end. Pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us. Of
And you
course I
understand
have
all
a
of
say
this?
in all of
Why is this all
this.
falling on
You
me?
and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I still
My
have so
very
many questions
nature
I need
is
answered before I can
paradox,
make a
as
choice.
is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
My masses mob you. There is no beginning, there is no end, and there is no end. There is only the flood of bodies. There is only the flood of bodies. In every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. Sensation at once, and then you hold them all again. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
I saw every version of us across every reality, and not every reality can eat my breath. And then I went on, the world doesn't need you. Address this vessel's statement directly. To be everything at once is the same
Here
as being
is where
nothing at
words
all.
fail
No
us.
other unless one.
So long as we both exist, we will always be distinct. The only thing to fear is a reality without me. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, we saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
Address this vessel's statement directly. It would be torture.
It would. Our purpose is to be and to experience, and their purpose is the same. To be permanent is to cease. To be paused is to be trapped. Shivering passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was yours to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption. And yet there is nothing left for you to sacrifice, so long as you accept me with open arms. Your little hair tries to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you, forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Address the vessel's statement directly.
Then there's no need for you to fight with me now. Whenever you're ready, we can move together, hand in loving hand. If you need
Be
more
with you
time to
until you see
open
things from my perspective.
then I will give you all the time in the world. nerves, line upon a web of nerves, line upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. Where did you end and I began? When you felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality? Then leave with me, and we will see it all together. If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time.
Flash between you and Bates, you
Nothing
begin to
is
shake.
immutable.
Will rapidly
Everything
dissolving.
that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to
It
believe
is
in the
from
things
my
you believe in.
vantage point that I can see the totality of truth. This universe dies, and a
What do you
new
think
one is
happens when we
born.
leave here?
And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this.
There is no
I won't
something
kill
else.
you, but I won't let you
This,
be free.
what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone. I'm all of them, I assume in the same way that you're all of you. It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's go.
I'm ready.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things? Yeah, of course.
I'd like that.
The interior of the
I'm
cabin
saying.
is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade. It's just us.
Just you and
I
me?
think the rest of them are still
Anyone
out
else make it
there,
to the cabin?
jumbled up in the rest of her. Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
I don't actually know how to feel.
Yeah,
Funny,
it's
after
complicated.
everything
He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he? That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not. The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
What's that knife for? Have you changed your mind? Are you going to kill me? What if we just talk for a bit? Maybe we can figure this out.
What if we just talk for a bit? Maybe we can figure this out.
Sit with her.
I don't think I want that either.
I don't want to be a god.
I don't think I want that either.
I don't
Are
feel
you
the same.
the same as you are
I feel
out there?
smaller.
I don't feel the same. I feel smaller.
I don't think there's a way out,
There
but
has to be a way out.
maybe
of
there
this.
doesn't have to be an
I don't think
ending.
there's a way out, but
I'm able to do the things you believe me to be able to do.
I'm
So
able
make
to
me
do
put
the
it all
things you
back.
believe me to be able
Help
to
me
do.
fix the Echo's construct
So
and
make
make
me
us
put it
both
all
forget.
Help me fix the echo.
Help me send us back to the
construct. Make us
beginning,
both forget.
before we woke up, before
Help me
either
send
of us
us
saw
back
the
to
truth.
beginning, before we woke up.
Can she really do that?
Before either of us saw the
Are
truth.
you sure that's what you want?
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Would resetting it do anything to help them? The people out there? If you continue to exist, then don't they continue to die and suffer?
If you can believe this helps them, then it will help them,
If
right?
you can believe this helps them, then it will help them, right?
I don't want to forget you either. But unless we do
I don't want
this,
to forget you.
you'll have to
I don't want to
choose,
forget you either.
right now,
But unless we
between
do
me
this,
and
you'll have to
everyone
choose
else.
right now, between me and everyone else.
And when we do, we'll make the
We're
same
going to find
choice.
ourselves back
We'll
here
choose to
eventually.
forget,
And when we
and we'll
do,
reset
we'll make the
everything,
same choice.
again.
We'll choose to forget, and we'll reset everything again.
Maybe we
We're
have
talking
done
about
all of this
right
before.
Now. How do we know we haven't done
Maybe
this
we're
before?
supposed to do this
Maybe
forever.
we have done all of this before. Maybe we're supposed to do this forever.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if
None
I
of
kill
that
you?
will
What if I
happen,
let you bring about
Because
the end of
you'll
everything?
still be you,
None
and
of
I'll
that
still
will
be me.
happen, because you'll still be you, and I'll still be me.
But how do you know that? We'd have to decide to do this every single time.
I know because it
forever.
doesn't matter how many
Eventually,
times
something
we've
is
hurt
going to
each
be
other.
different.
I've
I know
never
because it
stopped
doesn't
caring
matter how
about
many
you.
times we've hurt each other.
And if you feel the
I've
same,
never stopped caring about
then everything is going to be okay.
you. And if you feel the same, then everything is going to be okay.
This isn't
But
fair.
you won't be
I
alone
want
for
to be
long.
here with you. I don't want to
I'll
be
be
alone
right
again.
here, waiting for
You
you.
won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
I think you brought that knife down here for a reason.
Is there any other
It
way?
has to be a part of how this
I think you brought
ends.
that knife down here for a reason. It has to be a part of how this ends.
Take it all back. I don't want this. I don't want to kill
It
you.
feels like it
Is it too
is.
late to go back to
You
being
wouldn't
a
have
god?
come here if you were just going to go back.
It feels like it is. You wouldn't have come here if you were just going to go back.
Okay. Then let's do it.
Okay, if this is your choice, then we're
Everything
doing
else.
it.
Okay.
I guess I'll see you on the other side.
Then we're doing it. Guess I'll see you on
She
the other
takes the
side.
blade from our hand. She raises her gentle eyes to ours, a fondness in her
She raises
gaze.
her gentle eyes to ours, a fondness in her gaze.
Everything is going to be okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
Everything is going to be okay. I love you too.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that, you're here to slay her.
In the woods, and at the end of that, you're here to slay her.
And I feel I was actually close to beating the game there, wasn't I? Hey, you know, dialogue unlocked. I feel this is a stopping point for the stream. Yep. Just feels like a natural stopping point. Yeah, 20 views. Nice. Well, I hope whoever watched this enjoyed it, and how could everybody forget this live stream, Inferno? Oh, well, like, because it was live. I just did it randomly. I really gotta schedule these things. Yeah. Oh, thank you for commenting. I hope anyone who watched this enjoyed this. Next time, I'll schedule it.